Hey everybody, it's Ron from Ron's Basement. Thank you for joining me today. I have a video for you about my new favorite glue. It's upside down so you can't read it. And the wrapper's ripped so you can't read that. But it's called E6000. 6000. And I'll tell you, as you can probably tell, I've had this glue for about 6 years, not 6,000, but it's taken me 6 years to just recently decide that this is my favorite glue. Beats Elmer's, Gorilla, whatever other glues there are out there. This is the glue to have. So I have to keep it in a Ziploc bag because with one of these black clips, because the cap kind of got screwed up on it, so I don't want air getting to it. There's what it looks like. It's a tube with a cap. So you unscrew the cap, but I kind of am a little OCD, so a lot of times I overscrew the cap when I put it on. I think it's probably my fault. I probably screwed it up. So I got this glue about 6 years ago. I think I shared that already. And the way I found out about it was I bought a pair of New Balance tennis shoes, and within like 2 weeks the sole started, like, it wasn't like glued on properly. So I called New Balance, and I have to say they did send me a new pair of shoes. But the guy there said, "Oh, you should get some E6000 and fix that." And I said, "Well, what's E6000?" And he said, "It's glue." So then I looked it up and went and got it, and that was the first time I used it. Was on the sole of my shoes. And to be honest with you, I didn't think it worked really all that well. But I kept the glue and read more about it, and I'll tell you what, over the years I've really grown fond of this stuff. Most recently I used it for I put up a new mailbox, and then my wife wanted this like little fancy thing on the top with the number on it, and so I had to drill 2 holes through the top of the mailbox. And then it rained later that day, and then where the holes were, water was dripping in, and our mail was getting wet. And I'm like, it's a brand new mailbox. So I unscrewed it, put a little bit of this stuff. Now it's clear. I think it's all clear, but this one says transparent. Put a little bit around the base where these things were screwed in, screwed them back in. It's been waterproof ever since. And then we have this thing. It was in our yard, and my wife really likes it. It's a we kind of have it sitting where we have our cat buried. Oh wait, I don't have, no, there's no cat buried in our yard. But anyway, if we did have a cat buried in our yard, this would kind of sit where the cat's buried, kind of like a tombstone to torture the cat with the birds. Well, the birds had fallen off, both of them, and she found one of them, and she said, "Is there any way you can put it back on?" And I said, "I'm looking," and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to use, because a lot of times with glue it's hard to decide what kind of glue to use, and I thought maybe I would try to epoxy it, but that's like, I don't know, epoxies, I've never had a lot of great experience with those 2-part epoxies. So I thought, hey, you know what, I'll try the E6000. So I glued the bird back on. As you can see, you can't even see where it was glued, and let it sit. I gave it a couple days to dry, and it's on there. It's not moving. And then lo and behold, she found the other bird in the yard the other day, and I said, you know what, let me glue it on. So I undid my cap again and glued it on here, and it's good as new. So, oh, seriously, I like this stuff. It says it's mostly in Spanish, but I think you can use it on wood. It's all ripped up, so I can't read. You can go online and see everything you can use it on. It does say it's good for crafts. Who doesn't like crafts? And this is like professional grade stuff. So if you get some, I'm not going to get a commission. I'm just doing this because I like to share information about products that I like. Don't screw the cap on too tight because you'll strip the threads. And if you do, keep it in a Ziploc bag because that'll keep the air from getting to it. Because now when I open it, it's not easy to get it out of there. Like the first part's kind of gooey. And this stuff, when it dries, it does dry kind of hard, but it's also flexible. So it's kind of like super adhesive, clear silicone caulk, if that makes sense. Any of you people that work with caulk, it's like super strong, clear silicone caulk, because it is flexible when it dries. So I really do like this glue. It's growing on me. It only took 6 years, not 6,000 years, but I'll be probably having to buy a new tube some point here in the future, and I'll continue to have a tube most likely for as long as I live. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.